What's up, guys? Didn't mean to totally move this over, but all right. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about how you can strengthen your foot. We'll go through a couple different exercises. Try not to make it too complicated, but we'll show you what you can do. So first exercise that we can do to help strengthen our ankle is we're actually going to do what we're going to try to draw this toe in. So what we do, we draw that toe in and we make more of an arch. So when you hear people say, well, geez, I've always had flat feet. Well, it can happen, but you can strengthen your foot. See, I can totally flatten out my foot like that, right? And if you do flatten out your foot, what you'll find is that you might even get this toe to come in like this. You might get a bunion here. And what you can do then is, if you're noticing that roll in like that, probably means that your foot is rolled over too much. So you can work on this exercise by just pulling this toe back and drawing this up. So you pull this toe back and pull this up. Try not to curl your other toes though. So you would do this 10 seconds. You would go ahead and, if you can, go ahead, hold it, and you'll feel this in the arch. Great one for plantar fasciitis. Other ones are toe yoga. So these are hard unless you practice them all the time. I do not practice them all the time, so you'll be probably just as good as I am. So what you can do first is you would just try to lift up just your big toe. This one I struggle with a lot, but I hold down my other toes and then I try to lift up just that big toe. So as you can see, I'm starting to get it a little bit. And you would just keep practicing that. And you would do that on both sides. And then you can do the other ones where you just hold that down. And that one I can do better. Hold the big toe down but lift the other toes. Then you can do where you kind of, and it's hard in this half kneeling position that I'm in right now. And you would do all these sitting down in a chair first, and then once you get them sitting, then you would do them standing. So what the key of this next one is like making a piano. So you would go one toe after the other. Once again, very hard. I'm going to stand up. And as you can see, when I stand up, it gets a little better, but it's still not that good. And I have really weak feet. And what you can see by that is when I am sitting, you'll kind of see where my toes are kind of really curled up on this side here, right? And you can even see my foot tendons through there, and they're kind of pulling up. What this means to me is I do not have a lot of ankle mobility. I cannot bend that ankle forward very much. They're pretty stiff. Probably due to a couple things, maybe even past injuries that I've had. But these toes are compensating for that. So because I don't have a lot of ankle mobility, I can't lift it up like this very much. My toes are having to lift up when I walk so that I don't stub my toes on the ground. Okay? So if you are noticing that your toes are lifting up, stretch out your calves so that you can work on bringing that foot forward more, so that ankle bending better. As well as, for me, because my toes point up, we want to pull them down, stretch them down a little bit. Okay, you can do even all of them if you want. Kind of grab it like this, like a pistol, if you will, right? And you put your thumb on the bottom, you can pull all those down at once.